Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. So, anyway, let me just get right to it. I want to give some kind of real time technical analysis lessons. All these technical analysis books are like, oh, 3 years ago I made this call or whatever, I made this call or blah, blah, blah. So, whatever. All right. I've been doing this a long time. I actually have real time experience actually applying this stuff to the markets. So, anyway, I think there are certain principles that are important. Which price levels are important? What's the momentum? What's the psychology? What's the trend? So, what I'm going to do over the next 7 days is look at each one of these Magnificent Seven. Remember that? No one talks about the Magnificent Seven anymore. It was like 2 years ago, all anyone talked about was FANG stocks. But whatever. Speaking of FANG, I watched a really cool show on the Nature channel this morning about spiders, which kind of going to freak me out. I hope I don't have any nightmares. But anyway, we're going to start off with Microsoft. Today's going to be our levels lesson. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to cover. Maybe momentum. You let me know. StockJobberOG. But all right, let's get right into this. When I look at this chart, what sticks out to me? Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. We ran into resistance back here. We ran into resistance again, the same level. Why does this happen? I'm just going to delete this stuff. See, like right around here, we got to resistance. Once again, we got to resistance and we sell off. Why does this happen? There's a reason for it. It's not coincidence. People buy back here and the price goes lower. And a lot of the people who bought say, gee, I made a mistake. If it gets back to my price level and I get out of break even, I'm going to. So buyer's remorse causes resistance to stay intact for a while. It's not a coincidence that this is where Microsoft ran into resistance. This is a very common thing in markets. Another common thing is that levels that were resistance can turn into support. And we can see that here. People sold here, and eventually the price goes higher. And some of them say, I made a mistake. If I could buy my shares back at the same price I sold them at, I'm going to. So remorseful sellers placing buy orders at the level that was resistance can turn into support. So I don't want to overwhelm you because these next, 6 lessons are going to be really cool. And I like teaching this stuff, and you could always reach out to me and contact me. But one of the main things about trading, one of the things you really need to understand or you're never going to be successful, is that some price levels are more important than others. All right. Support can become resistance. Resistance can become support. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 1-day chart, which was Friday for Microsoft. Look at this. What do we see here? Resistance can stay intact. Support can stay intact. Why do we have resistance? Well, people bought. Price goes lower. They say if it ever gets up to my level again, I can get out of break even. I'm going to. Remorseful buyers placing sell orders at the level that was resistance before can make this support. Oh my goodness. Why can't I say that right? Remorseful buyers placing sell orders at the level that was resistance before can turn into resistance again. Here we see support stays intact, right? People sell, the price goes higher. Oh, you can even pull that back to there. And people say that people sold are like, if it ever gets back to my level, I'm going to buy my shares back. So remorseful sellers can create support at a level that was support before. So Microsoft shows us how certain price levels are more important. These price levels can shift back and forth. One of the most important things about technical analysis is price levels. Look at this. Resistance becomes support. All right. So anyway, that's our price levels lesson for Microsoft. Over the next 6 days now, we're going to go over the rest of the Magnificent Seven. And we're going to do patterns. We're going to do momentum. We're going to do trends. We're going to do whatever you want to ask me about. And cool. Thanks, everybody. I hope to see you then.